Are you still not healthy and yet you're buying healthy food every time? I'll tell you why. You keep on buying healthy food, but still you feel like you're not achieving the results. Let me tell you why. It's just because you're cooking it wrong. That's the simple reason. Most of the times, we buy food that is healthy, but we keep. In my episode 5 of food series, you are cooking healthy foods wrong. Stop doing this. I'll be talking about how we are preparing food and what the problem is about how we prepare food. In this episode number 5, so you can have good food. You bought good food. You bought healthy food. You cooked healthy food. How do you balance the two between buying healthy food and cooking it healthy? So the big question always is, why buy good food and then don't cook it healthy? So many people know I'm buying the most healthy food, but are you really cooking it the healthy way? That is what I'll be exploring today. So are you still not healthy and yet you're buying healthy food every time? I'll tell you why. You keep on buying healthy food, but still you feel like you're not achieving the results. Let me tell you why. It's just because you're cooking it wrong. That's the simple reason. Most of the times, we buy food that is healthy, but we keep cooking it the wrong way. If you relate with this so well, I know most of you relate with this so well because most of us strive to buy healthy food. We buy the traditional vegetables, we buy the vegetables, we make our meals, most from the vegetables. So some of you, like for this case, take vegetables and add oil. So that fry is, yes, you're taking vegetables, but you do not really get what you're supposed to get from those vegetables. People will get banned at this point because they say, now how can you take vegetables without frying? Stay on, keep watching. You'll see how you can prepare vegetables without even frying. You fry vegetables until the vegetables themselves get confused. They are no longer vegetables. You see, the moment they enter the kitchen as medicine, then the time they are leaving the kitchen, they are not a medicine anymore. So the vegetables enter your kitchen as medicine. You keep processing them the wrong way. Then they leave as a problem. By the time you're taking them to the table, you have already created a problem rather than medicine. So let me say this clearly. Healthy food can become unhealthy based on how you prepared it, just because of how you cook it. That's what makes now the healthy become unhealthy. And in this food series, I've labored on this so much. Those who started with the episode 1, by this time now, they should have known why food is becoming unhealthy. It's not just what we are getting from the market or from the farm that is unhealthy. How we're preparing it is where the problem is. It's not always what you eat. It's what you do to eat before you eat. Well, once you understand that, you now get proper ways or improve on how you are preparing your food. Especially today, focusing on vegetables. The vegetable painful truth is just that we have these very nice vegetables, especially managu and terere and sukuma. These vegetables are very powerful. And if you are keen with my podcasts. I've done so many podcasts on these three. Because they are good because they are full of nutrients, they are good because they are natural, they are good because they are perfect. Then you take them, and the first thing you do is you add oil. And the second thing you do is add more oil. You fry like you are preparing for a festival. That is now where the trouble starts. The three vegetables are very, very nice and they are very powerful. They are nutritious. So we should not spoil them. Yes, you claim you are taking vegetables, but let me enlighten you. You are taking vegetables the wrong way. By the time you are done frying them and preparing them, you have already lost the value of claiming to be taking vegetables. You would rather just take other meals. So the nutrients have packed their bags and left through the process of preparation. Another meal that we also spoiling is Githeri. Githeri nowadays I have not seen anywhere out. It's being served and it's not fried, dipped in oil. That how it became that way, I can't understand. We used to eat this unfried, and it used to still taste. So food that is tasty, food that has its natural taste, you do not need oil. This is where we are going wrong. And if only you practice what I'm saying, you will see a very big change in how your life is. So Githeri and beans is already perfect. Then someone comes and tells you, let's fry it. Why? Why are you frying that meal? Is it for commercial purpose? Is it because you want to eat more? Is it because you want to sell more? Is it because you want to... What do you want to achieve? But who told us every food must pass through oil before it is respected? This is the problem now in the current times. We are over frying, we are overdoing oil. Not every food is to be added oil. And if you want to achieve good nutritional outcome from food, reduce oil to the minimum. Another mistake is when it comes to meat. Imagine someone adding oil to meat. That is where we are going wrong. Walk to any food place and try and purchase meat that is already processed. So it's cooked, but they have added oil. It's just swimming in oil. So they don't boil it anymore. And most of it is, they call it dry frying. That's what it's done. They don't grill it, they don't boil it, they go straight to frying. Now you have added what? You have added more calories that you do not need. You have added, now that is the outcome is you'll be you're adding weight directly to your body. Food was so good, but now what have you done? You have just added more calories, things that you do not need in your body. If you add the extra oil, the more calories, where do you expect them to go in when they get to your bodies? And now you're wondering, why do you keep getting weight? So you are gaining weight because of that. You're gaining weight not because you eat meat, not because you eat little meat, not because you eat more meat, not because you're getting meat and meat is supposed to be good, because you are adding a lot of oil. Practice this, and this is very practical. You will see the outcome. You will see how different meat will be if you start taking it that way. For fish and poultry, this one we can't even talk about it anymore. Everywhere, every corner, every place you go, fish is always already put in oil. Fried, dried, dry fried. We're no longer seeing dried fish. We're no longer seeing smoked fish. We're no longer seeing fresh fish. It's ever fried. And with this, I'm very sure even people can relate so well, the urban people who live in urban areas. Chicken, we can't even now talk about this anymore. When is the last time you ate chicken that was not fried? Just be honest. At this point, I think I'm speaking to some people. When is the last time you ate something that is not fried? Keep commenting. I don't think you are going to be telling me you ate something that is not fried any moment. Oil is not nutrition. Oil is not the main nutritional component of food. Oil is just a decoration. So if the oil you adding becomes the main ingredient, then it means you're not getting anything from that food. Food is just becoming decoration. And in this series of food, I'm actually trying to say that time and again. So pick it, let it help you. Groundnuts, now this is just becoming too much. Little known fact. Even groundnuts that you're getting from those shelves on supermarkets have been dipped in oil. This is just becoming too much now. Some of you add oil even to groundnuts. And this is just not so correct. This is just too bad. Okay? Some of you, again, groundnuts already have natural oil, but why are you adding more? To do what? Is it because you don't understand? Is it because you have plenty of oil, or is it because something keeps telling you that oil is the main ingredient, or oil is the main thing in every food? So these are some of the smart cooking solutions. I want you to fix this. Let's fix this today. For vegetables, just boil. That's what will benefit you. Boil or simmer vegetables. Now I'm giving you the solutions, how you should be preparing this. So light cooking, or boiling or simmer, those are the ways of preparing vegetables. Even the sukuma wiki that you're looking at me thinking, how do I prepare it without adding oil? And you'll get used to it. Start practicing and you'll get used to it. You'll no longer need that oil in that food. Meat, just prepare meat. Meat has its own natural oil. Whichever way you're preparing it, it will be tasty. So just boil fast, then grill or roast. You'll see the difference. Sometimes grilling can even make meat cook without even boiling fast. Even roasting just cooks meat without boiling fast. For fish, steam or lightly cook. If you a person who must add oil, just put minimal oil, but do not deep fry it, please. For groundnuts, just dry roast, no oil. Don't put any oil in those foods that I've just mentioned. Now, taste versus health. That is what we are really now struggling with. The taste versus health. Taste versus health. Now, how do you know? Let's be honest. What tastes amazing in your mouth? Okay? How do you know it's healthy or not? It's not always good for your body. What tastes amazing in your mouth, most of the times, is not always good for your body. But there's still some that taste natural and tastes good still in the natural way. If you only know how to identify what will taste natural and taste still good in your mouth. There are some that still taste good. And the groundnuts that are roast dried still taste natural and taste good. But the natural food may be simple, but it builds your health. That is what you need to know. That which is natural is simple, it's healthy, and it builds your health so well. When it comes to portion, now let's take a reality check here. This is where now another mistake is. Food, the quantity you're taking also matters. You can still cook healthy food, the natural way I've said, and still get it wrong. But what is natural, in my experience, is that you can't eat so much of it. You get full on just a little because it doesn't activate your dopamine receptors. So you cook healthy food, then eat like it's unlimited. If it's natural, again, you'll run into a problem. Health doesn't mean infinite. You need to also practice portions. You need also to eat the right portions. You need to know the portion that is adequate for your body. So how to practice portion is very simple. Use small sized plates. Use spoons when eating. And this is my message. Now, this is where I want you to be keen so much. This is why people say, but I eat vegetables. Yes, but you do not see the results. You are eating vegetables that are prepared, but how are you preparing them? Are you the one preparing them, or you just keep buying vegetables that have been prepared in other places, have been added spices, have been added oil, have been added all sorts of things that will activate your dopamine receptors. They make you keep craving for more oil and more oil. But how you cooking them is very important. Keep eating vegetables and keep eating vegetables prepared in the right way. I want you to remember that. So I want you to remember also this, that you don't just eat food. You eat how it was prepared as well. You don't just eat food, you eat how it was prepared as well. If it is not prepared the right way, then know that you are not practicing real food culture that I want you to adopt. The real food culture that I want you to adopt is that you should eat food and you also eat how it is prepared. So remember this, stop over frying, stop overusing oil. Cook simply, cook simply, cook simply. Do not add those other things, the excessive things that you are enticed to add. So respect natural food, please. Stop over frying, stop overusing oil, cook simply, respect natural food, please. Small changes, you'll see very big results. I assure you that. Don't get discouraged. Keep practicing what I've just said, and you will see the results. You will thank me later. So do that, and you'll have me to thank for that. You don't need complicated diets. You just need those simple diets with simple cooking styles. Just simmer food, just grill food, just roast food. Do not lean on the side of the oil every time. You don't need complicated diets. All you just need to stop destroying your food. And you will see the results. And you will see the results very soon. I assure you that. And keep following these episodes. Please subscribe. Yeah. And also hit the bell so that you can be receiving all updates as soon as a new video is released. Subscribe before your vegetables file a complaint again. So practice makes perfect. Keep making that a habit.